Okay, guys, welcome back to Coffee and Art on a hump day, Wednesday. And so we just finished working in, let me grab it here. We did one part working in Linda Ravenscroft Book 3, Fairy and Fantasy Art, which is on very thick paper. So we finished, well, I have a little bit more to work in the background, but we pretty much finished her. So this was what we did earlier today. And now we're going to finish this page in the seasons, the Hanna Karlzon seasons. And so we've already started this a couple weeks ago. And so I want to finish her. And then just on my own time, like, you know, I have so much own time, I'm working on this one. So that's all color pencil too. And but I just wanted to show you I'm working on her as well. But for now, we're going to go back over here and work on this double page spread. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in. Hopefully y'all can see this. There is a part 1 to this, so we'll call this one part 2. I'm hoping to finish it. Let's put it this way. Whatever I don't finish, there probably won't be a part 3. We'll get whatever we can do on part 2. Again, I like to at least get enough done in areas so that you can see how it's going. And then I always post finished pictures on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook when they're completed. Sometimes that may be another week down the road. But I do try to post them all. And, yeah, I don't know, buddy. I don't know what that is. And so I like y'all to be able to at least see segments of this done. So I am going to go ahead and zoom in at 1 or 2 clicks, but I wanted y'all to see the whole double page spread. So I think we're going to go ahead and work on some of the lanterns, and these kind of just remind me of the vintage Christmas ornaments. But anyway, so we'll go ahead and zoom in a little. I think that's good right there. And we'll see how, hopefully we're in focus. And we'll go ahead and start coloring. So we've been using the blues and oranges here. Did the glow. And so I'm not going to explain how we did all this because there's a video on it. So I think now we're just going to decide what colors we want to continue on. I do want another contrasting color. We got the blue and the orange. This looks like kind of like melty wax. I'm thinking just on the candles themselves, though, they might just need to be, let me get another one of these slate blue pencils. Hang on. I keep picking up this one. Here we go. I keep picking up the nub. See, here's my pencil tray of all the stuff I use all the time. These are not all my pencils, but here are my nubs right here that I still can use. I feel like I can still use them. So I have a tendency just to dig through here and grab one rather than like get the full-on pencil. So, yeah, alrighty. I do have a nub jar, but, okay, so I think what I'm going to do is have these be wax, dripping wax, and so these will just be shaded with, you know, maybe some blue. No, not another color. Because if this was dripping wax, I would just want this to be just some shaded, because I'd want it to be like white wax. So we can do a little shading with this. If y'all have any questions, put them on cap. They put it in caps to me. If you're watching on YouTube, this is a live show on Ustream with a mostly awake live chat. Nubby girl, yeah, I really can't color with pencils. Well, but a nub, yeah, I do. I color with nubs. I know that's terrible, but I won't do it when I'm watching. You know, trying to not do it when I'm doing a show because it's hard to see because my hand's covering it up. And when I'm doing a show, I like to try to hold my pencil as far back as I can so y'all can see what I'm coloring, right? I do have a pencil extender somewhere here, Vicki. Here we go. I do have a pencil extender with a little nub in there. See? So I could use this, Vicki, if I need to. Oh my goodness. So we'll get out the chat pack here in a minute and ask some chat pack questions. It's hump day. Joycey apparently fell, so she's not streaming. I guess she's okay. She tweeted, so I'm guessing she's not like in the hospital or something. But she fell in the middle of the night, and so we're hoping she's okay. I just heard this, in the last couple hours, so yeah. You love your pencil extenders? I need to get some more of the Derwent metal ones. You can get them in a 2-pack, a silver one and a black metal one. I think they hold different size pencils. Anyway, you can get those a set, like at Hobby Lobby with a coupon. But I buy them and give them away, buy them and give them away. So I need to buy it and keep one. This one's an old General one. I don't even know how old this one is, guys. It came in with some or National Art. National Art is General now, I think. I think National Art was Germany, and now General, I don't know. Anyway, this one's old. So I think I just want to do a little bit of blue shading, like drippy wax. I don't feel like, other than having this well blended, I don't feel like these books, these Hanna Karlzon books, they don't make me feel like I have to do a full-on realism. I can do kind of fairy tale kind of thing and not necessarily worry about doing complete realism or as blended and stuff as I do, say, in Bennett Klein. You know what I mean, Fern? Yeah, that's too much trouble for me. They're talking about Janet, how she'll glue one to the next one. Yeah, too much trouble. I won't do it. I just know myself. I'll throw it in the nub jar. Maybe I should just send all the nubs to Janet. She can glue them all together. So something like that is all I'm kind of thinking. So from that to that, just a little bit more shadow there, and then just kind of, just a little bit of blue. Like that. I think that's going to be good enough. So let's get the chat pack out, because I don't have to concentrate quite as much, because this part took more concentration to get the blending there. So I'm going to work on this for a minute. So sharpen. All right. And I really should, if I'm using a double-sided one, I should stick to one or the other. As soon as I could go from one to the other, then I have the little short one, then I go to this one, then it's long. I just stick it in whichever one. Okay, so this chat pack is just questions, fun questions to spark conversation. We've just been playing with it every so often. So I just take a little stack out of the middle. They're just little cards like these, little cards, and I just pull out a few, and then I try to remember to stick them in the back and just kind of keep rotating them out. So we haven't gone through the whole thing, that's for sure. So let's go ahead and ask a question, and then I'll keep coloring the wax. I got these two and that one right there. All right, let's see. Okay, this one might be a little too complicated, because I have to think if chat has to have a quick answer. We can't have tomes. Yeah, I think we've asked something similar to that, kind of like a favorite drink. Okay, this is a good one. Everybody has a topic they consider boring. What topic can put you to sleep more quickly than others? And Jean, don't say my show. What topic can put you to sleep faster than anything else? And put it in caps, and I'll read it out loud. I'll try to catch as many as I can. What topic puts you to sleep? You tweeted a picture of your shelf of stamp binders. Oh my gosh, really, Jean? Okay, I'm gonna look that up. Aaron said children and baby and birth stories. Yeah, that's because you don't have kids, Aaron. But hey, that's a legitimate answer. You know, that's a legitimate answer. All right, let me. While y'all are saying, I'm gonna look for Jean's shelf here. Vicky said politics. Raises your blood pressure. Jean said, dang, I was going to say that. Tar Heel Teresa said football. Terry said politics. A lot of people said politics. See, I love politics. Just don't like to talk about it in our show. But, yeah. I actually love politics and religion. Both. I love talking about both. We just don't talk about it on our show. Need to have a completely different YouTube channel for that. Happy Ray said soccer. Vicky's just sports in general. Jean said football. Vicky said illnesses. Another one said politics. Another one said certain illnesses. Sports. My husband dissertation for his doctorate. Triz says golf. I'm looking for Jean's picture. Oh my gosh, Jean, girl. There's your stamp binders. Let me turn this sideways. See if I can. Is that all your stamps right there, Jean? Stamp binders? Or your indexes? Jean she's been reorganizing. I think that's all your indexes, right? That's a lot of stamps that you had to index right there, girl. That's a lot of indexes. Jen said math. I actually like math. I just don't like measuring. I don't like measuring when I'm doing a project. Oh, and that was the other thing I needed to tell. I was going to tell y'all how I built my 5-foot shelf here. There was a little bit of measuring, but really I kept it simple. I kept everything, I think 5 inches, 8 inches, and 2 inches. Everything was measured like that. But yeah, I did say I was going to tell y'all about it. I wish I could show it to you, but when I built that thing, I was on the floor, hunkered over it. You know, I can't really build that with my setup. With my camera setup, I mean. I could set my camera on a tripod, but you wouldn't be able to see half of what I was doing. And I really don't want to build another one. Those are all your stamps. They're all indexed in those notebooks. That's awesome, Jean. That's a lot of work. I won't index mine. I'll organize them and, you know, demount them. Or, you know, like we did when I did mine a couple weeks ago. But I'm not indexing them. Oh, the index is one binder, and then your unmounted stamps are in the others, Jean. I didn't even bother to put mine in binders. They're just in the page protector sleeves. And in a bin. In a plastic bin. It's a little tricky right here in the ditch. Billy shelves on your desk. Yeah, Bunny, I built these out of foam core, black foam core. Yeah, I wasn't high from my dental appointment, Kimberly. I did just have dental surgery, but I was Novocained. But I didn't have any gas or anything. You know, I wasn't gassed up. I just had Novocaine, so it wasn't like I was drugged up or anything. I just didn't feel the pain. So I thought, well, I might as well go ahead and build these because I can't feel anything. So I did. But that's funny, Kimberly. So I'm just going to kind of take my time. I'll talk about what colors I'm using here and all that. But like, you know, everything here is everything here was that's already done, you know. Going to put sleeves in a bin. But oh, the bin kept topping over. Well, I gotta say now, here when I built my little thing here, Jean and anybody, out of foam core, I did with little that's the 2-inch came in. I reinforced, you know, with 2-inch little, I think it was 2-inch, yeah, 2-inch, 2.5 maybe. No, it was 2 because I didn't do any half inches. I think I just made one the right size, and then I just used it as a template. So I didn't even have to measure after I made the one. The little dividers, the little divider that I put in between the shelves, in between on the layers, and to support the shelf supports and dividers. They're all the exact same size. Okay, so there's those little candles. Again, just with a little white wax melting. I like that. How he responds to the yeah, you see that all the time on you see videos all the time, people tweeting out, I mean YouTubing out, they're getting their wisdom teeth out, especially younger people, and they video the, you know, how silly they are with the gas when they get out, right? When they get out of the getting their wisdom teeth out. Mine never grew in. I never got wisdom teeth. So I don't know, maybe I just never got any wisdom. Mine never came in. You didn't do any half inches either. Yeah, I didn't. And really, I think if the little dividers were 2.5 inches, I think all I did was just kind of cut one down and kind of see if it fit, you know, to support the shelves. And then I just used that one as a template to make all the others. So I never had to measure. I just stuck the little template on top of the foam core and took my white pencil and just, like, you know, traced it out and cut them all out. Because there's a lot of them. Let's see, there's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 12. There's probably 13, 14, 15, 16, probably about 20 little shelf dividers and support. It divides the shelf, but it also supports the one above it. Probably about 20 of those. And the whole thing is 5 feet, but the boards are only 2.5. They're 2.5. The boards themselves that I bought. Now I know you can buy foam core huge because we used to get it when I did visual merchandising. But like at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, I think that's standard 2.5 or so feet, 36 inches, I think. Anyway, so I had two of those and had to cut them down. And then everything is there's no glue. Everything is taped together with packing tape, clear packing tape. So what that entails, though, is, here, let me show you. What that entails, here's a, see, now we got off on a rabbit trail. So 5 feet, it's 3 shelves. And, all right, so the top, well, there's 3 shelves, but they're not all the same width. Like this top one is, I think, 4 inches. And this is 5 feet this way. They're all 5 feet. The back, I think the back here is, I think the back is 8 inches. And again, it's 2 of them. Okay, so there's 2 big boards on the back that are 8 inches on the back. The back is 8 inches. these pieces here are, I think, 36 inches, 36 inches, or whatever it makes, you know, 2.5 feet, 2.5 feet, right? So I had to do a support and a connector right in the middle. So right in the middle here, it's there's a board that connects these shelves. So in other words, and then there's, let me just kind of do this. I'll just draw it out. It's something like this. So here's those are the supports, right? Those are the little squares that are supports that are in between on the shelf, and also support. So you kind of stagger them. You stagger them to give it more support. So like this one, then this one, then that one. See, they're staggered. That makes it more sturdy, rather than just stacking up one on top of the other. Then you'll have a sway in the middle. So if you stagger them like that, okay? So there's those. But every one of these, just imagine a little square of, let's get a Post-it note here. So imagine each one of these, this is taller, but because it's a little bit taller than my actual piece, just a little bit. So it's something like this, okay? Now, what I would do is I would put these in there and tape, and then tape and tape. While I'm holding it, I'm holding this in there. Then I've got pieces of packing tape that I'm squeezing my hand in there and flopping it over. So each one of these has 4 pieces of tape. Very sturdy. How many? It took 2 sheets of foam core, and it's the 1/4 inch. I think it's 1/4 inch. It's a thinner stuff. It's like, I don't know. I can measure. It's the thin stuff. Well, not, yeah, it's the thin stuff. Is it a 1/4 inch? Oh, gotta get a smaller ruler. I can't measure with that huge mama jamba here. Let's see. Yeah, it's a 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch foam board. So, anyway, each piece, each board in between, and all the other supports, the sides, the shelf parts here, the middle, everything has 4 pieces of tape. Here, 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 and here. So they're not go anywhere. I can stick my hand in there and jiggle. They don't move because they're taped with the packing tape like this. This. So every piece I would take like this. Of course, this one's now wrinkled, but so every piece like this, I would take a piece of packing tape like this, right? And it would be in there, and I would stick my hand in there and tape it like this, and then tape it to the top. Then I do another piece on the bottom and tape it on the bottom, and then I do the other side. So each one of these little supports has 4 pieces of plastic packing tape, plus the backs, and then the backs, there's like double strips of 5 feet of packing tape on the sides, on the tops, everywhere. It's all taped extra doubly good. And then but these shelves, like this shelf here, this top shelf is 4 inches wide. This one is 4 inches wide, and then this bottom one I think is 5 inches. So they're staggered, so it kind of has a little bit of a, well, these two are the same, but you know, so it kind of gives it a little bit more support. So yeah, there's how I built it while I was Novocained up. Okay, back to another question. Bye, Grammy. Okay, so everyone to here was pretty much put to sleep by politics, sports, and babies. Okay. Let's put that one back. Okay, well, this is kind of good. What's something you always used to love to do that you've either outgrown or lost interest in doing? Either or. Something you either lost interest in or outgrown. That's a good one. All right, so I think I got all my candles done. And again, I'm just going to leave them white with the blue. Oh, I know, Aaron. I know. Yeah, Aaron's goes, I don't mind you sharing about your grands. I know. I know you don't. I know you don't mean that. And even if you did, I'm sharing about them anyway. Oh, but thanks for that clarification, Aaron. And they're not babies. My grands are 14 and 17, so they're not exactly. Oh, I gotta show y'all. Oh, maybe I should. I don't know. Maybe I should wait till he's. Cam's in art camp and he's working on oil painting, but it's not done, so I'll wait till it's done. I showed the girls on in between recordings, but I'll wait before I put it out there till he's finished. He never minds me sharing though. Is there much drool taped into your shelf since you were not? No, Prisma. Okay, so Vicky S said cross stitching. Color books, Bonnie. Well, Bonnie, you've just moved on to Digi more, though. That's why. Digi coloring. That's why. Squaw Moon Tracy said hula hoops. Yeah, they're fun when they're big, because they're teenagers now. They're not kids. They're not little kids. Azure Mew said men. Terry Trouble said needlepoint. Claudia said writing music. Kimberly said talking on the phone forever. Tar Heel Teresa said cross stitch and crochet. Aaron said bike riding. Roller coaster riding. Oh yeah, I'm with you on that one, May. When I was really little, but of course back when I was little, they didn't have the kind of scary roller coasters they got now. But you would not catch me on one of those roller coasters at all. I don't like being upside down, you know. Jen said making jewelry. Yeah, see, for me, I think it would be clay. I used to do a lot of clay things, Jen, and I got bags and bags of bits of faux jewelry I've made. I mean, faux stones and all that. Yeah. Jean's outgrown bikinis. Barb said crocheting. Yeah, good one, Jean. Well, I know y'all have outgrown your Barbies and your toys. Although, I kept some of Boo's toys because I didn't want her to throw them or give them away. So, yeah, don't like me some roller coasters. I don't like that. They're too intense. Like, just for me. And I know it's probably, oh, you're old. Well, okay. Sarah coloring? Used to do clay miniatures. Well, I'm not even talking as a kid. I'm talking about maybe 10 years ago. I used to do clay all the time. See, I go through spurts. I want to learn something, so I stick with it a long time. Calligraphy, of course I still do the occasional calligraphy, but I spent 4 years learning calligraphy. I spent 4 years learning scrapbooking intensely, all the design teams, the products, all that. I spent 4 years on ATCs. I spent 4 years on one game. I spent I'm trying to think of what else. I didn't spend 4 years on oil painting, but to do an oil painting, I spent 6 months or I don't know, a year maybe, learning oil painting well enough to do a painting I wanted to do. So I seem to go in spurts. Now I've been streaming for 7 years and uploading to YouTube for like 3 years. Tell my internet to let it go, put a new page. So, okay, let me go ahead and decide on the next little segment here while we ask some questions. Let's move over here. I have to I got to do this candle. Okay, we have time for another question while I do this candle. All right. Let's see. Okay, what was your, what was, it says most beautiful, but you could say most interesting or whatever, road trip or drive that you've ever taken? Like, where did you drive to from one to the other, or what was your most beautiful road trip, if you want to call it that? For me, it was the drive to Alaska. We drove from San Antonio to Alaska back in '83. The kids were like stayed with the grandparents over the summer, and Hubster and I made it like a vacation, and we drove from San Antonio to Alaska, which is 5,000 miles. 2,500 miles to Seattle and another 2,500 miles to Anchorage. Don't outgrow streaming. I'll try not to, K-More. Happy Ray says Adobe Photoshop. She taught yourself how to use it to Digi-Scrapbook. I would love, now that's a thing I would love to do. I mean, I can do a minimal amount of Photoshop, but not, I have Photoshop elements, you know, nothing fancy. But I would love to learn Digi everything. I would love to do that. But I know the time involved to learn something like that. Plus, I would want to have someone teach me in depth. So that's how I roll. I want to know it in depth. Just like when no one could teach me algebra because they couldn't explain what it was. I want to learn things in depth. If I'm going to go to all the trouble to learn something, I want to learn it in depth. Your life goal is to turn into one of those old ladies with 100. Okay, I missed all that. I just saw the 100 flamingos in their yard. Okay, so Squaw rode the bus from Texas to Chicago. Or was that Orla that just passed by, or was that Azure? I think it was Orla that traveled from coast to coast. I think she said it flowed off. Jean always loved the road trips, driving through the mountains of Vermont and New Hampshire. See, when we were kids, we drove from Texas to California, went to the Grand Canyon and all that. But I don't remember it that well. You know what I mean? I barely remember the trip to Alaska, and that was just in '83. Driving through Nova Scotia, Kimmy Poo said. Tarl Teresa said Morgantown, North Carolina to Alabama. Most interesting. That's not very, is there that much there unless you stopped at some sites or something? I'm trying to think is what's in between Alabama and North Carolina. What did you stop to, or what was the scenery pretty? Is that what you mean? DeMonte said anniversary trip to Niagara Falls through Canada and then down through New England and back to New York. Yeah, that would be pretty. That'd be pretty up there. I've been to most of the United States, but not the East Coast. I would love to do that, you know, but I don't know. I like to do road trips. I don't like to fly in and then rent cars or taxis. And, you know, all the things that I'd want to see, it's just probably driving around to see, like, the Washington monuments and MoMA and, you know, New York. Yeah. I don't know about all the traffic. I think that would probably just be, I don't know, too much trouble. I don't know. I just say that. Kimmy Poo said her favorite place, so I'm bummed I can't do it this summer. I miss Kimmy Poo, where? Oh, New York? Or MY? Do you mean NY? Do you mean New York, Kimmy? Orla said, bundle of, oh, okay. I think Kimmy Poo means New York. She put, Tarl Tree said, passing through Montgomery, Alabama was very stinky at the time. Oh, okay. I did have somebody ask me on, comments on YouTube if there was a way for me to show the chat. And I told them that, you can watch, I could if I wanted to, or have somebody record chat on Ice Chat, but I don't record it. And besides, it would be hundreds. I mean, 3 hours, I mean, y'all know how much fast this chat goes. It would be a book just for 1 3-hour segment. So I try to repeat what people say as much as I can so that those watching the recording kind of know what we're talking about. But I know it is kind of tricky on that. Nova Scotia, Nova Scotia. Yeah, Gene, after watching, the guy I told you on Facebook that I watch up in, well, he's up in your area. I mean, all up in that area is pretty, I think. Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, all over that. That would be really pretty. But then it's kind of like Hubster, if we had a choice, he'd want to go back to Alaska. Show the chat. Yeah, if we show the chat, we'd be in trouble. Yeah. What's in chat stays in chat. Although, I mean, what I answered the question was, yes, it is possible to record the chat, but I don't. But then again, here's the thing. If y'all are here in chat and you're saying you don't want to say anything, you don't want anywhere, anybody that's watching could record it. So just saying. I don't record it. But, yeah. Okay. Bye. Bye, Squaw Moon. Yes, I know. Thank you so much. I love this book. Thank you. You're welcome. Oh, good. You got your thank you card. Okay, good. Thanks, Squaw for telling me. Okay, so let's see. Now that we got the candles done, and if you are watching this recording on YouTube, it is a chatty show. I don't get too many comments. Most people like the chatty show because they like just putting it on and doing something else while they're working on their own projects. And that's what I do too. I love watching streams and long YouTube videos because I turn them on and I work and I just have somebody there for 2 or 3 hours. Tammy said when we went to Ruby Beach. I'm not sure, where's Ruby Beach, Tammy? I'm not familiar. Ruby Beach. May took the Norway cruise ship. Oh, that would, yeah. It was your, yeah. Thanks, Squamoon, Tracy. Okay, so I gotta decide. Okay, you know what I think I will do real quick is, like in between these chains here, again, let's get a little, this one's not quite a nub, but I need to get around these areas where I painted and on the inside of these chains that I didn't paint in with the acrylic paint. So I think I'll do this, and then I'm wondering if I want to do silver and gold. See, my gold gel pen wasn't working. I need to buy another one. I know I have more somewhere, but this is my favorite gold gel pen to use, and I can't get it to work. I think it's almost out, actually. I think it's almost empty. But I get a set of these. I need to go to Hobby Lobby. Oh, darn, I need to go to Hobby Lobby. Oh, it's in Washington State. I should know that, but I didn't, Tammy. Yeah, you like to watch it on, oh, you said you're addicted to DDTV. I love you, Prisma. So these are Pentel Sunburst metallic gels, and you can get them in a set of 2. I think they're only like $4.95 or something for a pack of 2, and use a coupon, so you can get them for like $3 for 2. And these are awesome. They're like the white gel pen. They're real smooth and creamy, but my gold one's almost out, so I might have to do silver chain. Silver chain would be pretty with the blue. Yeah, so anyway, our show here is chatty, as are most streams, people that stream. I cut a little of that chain off, but that's okay. I'll go over it with the pen. So I'm just going to kind of clean this up. Whoops, let me get back down here. Clean this up, and then I'll do the silver chain. I haven't decided how I want to do these yet. I kind of think in all colors. Yeah, you can do whatever it is you do, whether it's your hobby or a job. you know, you can sit and, I mean, I do my portraits and stuff while I'm having shows in the background. Sometimes if it's a live stream, you know, I can't concentrate, so if I'm working on my commissions, it's usually a recording. Okay. So I think I'll go ahead and do let me sharpen this again. I'll go ahead and tighten up all these chains. And they got little jewels and things. I got to decide, do I want, okay, Tammy. I doubt that we'll be driving back up there, but yeah. I think if we ever went back to Alaska, it would be on a cruise or moving there. I don't know that we'd go just for visiting. Hubster he would move back to Alaska. But I don't know, the kids don't want to live in the cold, so they wouldn't come with us. I'm talking about the daughters. The one that lives in LA and another one that lives in Georgia, you know. I don't think either one of them want to live in Alaska. Although when they, you know, the sisters, Annie and Denise, when they lived there, when they were, you know, 8, 9, let's see, they were 10, 11, and 12. For 3 years we lived there. They loved skiing and ice skating and all that. You know, skiing, sledding, all of it. But probably couldn't get them back now. Yeah, I think silver will look good too, Colleen. How you doing, Colleen? Have you worked on anything? Did you organize? What did you put in your pencil case? What's in your pencil case, Colleen? I put my brush markers. I just flipped them back and forth so they'd fit because the caps are bigger. I put my brush markers, and then I put my mermaid markers and my two Lisa parallel pens in here. So that's what's in my case. What's in your case, Colleen? Yeah, well, we had to live there. We were stationed there. We didn't, you know, it wasn't like we could pick and choose. So I'm just see how tight I'm getting up in that chain there? Oh, you're going to go to Alaska for your 25th anniversary? Oh, would you do the cruise thing, Kmore? The pencil case? The pencil case is from Michael's. You weren't here on Monday, were you, Vicki? So this pencil case comes like this. Came like this in the box, and it had this whole side had gel pens. Well, I took the gel pens out and I put in my Kurtaki real brush markers and my mermaid markers, and it all zips up. Believe it or not, it does zip. And Colleen got one. Zandra enabled us. So Zandra had it. I saw Zandra. Colleen got one. I forget who else got one. Eileen got one, but Eileen got one with bicycle, I think, not the llama. There's 2 versions. There's 2 different versions. Yeah. And they were on sale for 50% off, Vicki, last week at Michael's. So yeah, they're in the planner section. They weren't in that big planner rollout wall, not just like the little side planner bit, but that big planner wall in Michael's. And it was all the way down at the end and on the bottom shelf. They're hard to find, but we all know where they are, so we found them. Oh, yours is still empty, hanging. Oh, hanging your head. Colleen. Well, what do you have plans for what you want to put in it? Drawing pencils, color pencils, pens. We need deets. Give us the deets, Colleen. Stop hanging your head and tell us what you're going to put in it. Well, I mean, if Hubster, you know, if we ever did move, of course I'd go with them, but, you know, not liking to fly, you know, that's really the only, I mean, you don't want to drive, you know, a week to get to Alaska, or 2 weeks to get to Alaska every time. I'd have to, if I wanted to see the kids, I'd have to get them to fly to me. You know. You think they just sent one to each store? Really, Eileen? So I'm just tightening up the black from the acrylic paint up to the chain here of each one. And then I'm going to go silver. Since I don't have gold, I'm going to go with silver. Although I think the silver would look better anyway with the blue, you know. My husband was to move to, oh, okay. I think just, you think that's how they roll? How Michael's rolls? They get one of each thing? Well, I finally, when they restocked the, I called them every week for 3 weeks asking if they had, because Zandra got her mic. I think her Michaels must be a flagship one up in New Jersey, because she always has all the newest stuff first at her mics. So I'm thinking that her mics must be a flagship store or something. And so anyway, her store restocked the Jane Davenport like 3 weeks ago. And I called mine every week for 3 weeks, and they just restocked it this last Saturday. And that's when I got the other watercolor set. Barb. So there we go. So I got all the little chains done. So now I think let's just test out let's do this big chain first. And hopefully this pin's working. Because my gold one, because I've had these a while. I had another set, and Cam needed them for a project, so I gave them to him. So I need to get another set. This is my older set, because I gave him the newer set. So I need to get another set at Hobby Lobby. And it's probably not going to look like much here while I'm doing this, guys. It almost looks like white on white here. But it's silver on white. Eileen said that her Mike's is not a flagship. It's a rowboat store in Florida. Eileen. But seriously, Zandra's always has everything in her mics. So maybe that's where all the other store stuff is sitting. It's up at Zandra's store. Okay, so Colleen says she's not sure exactly. You're going to put your mermaid markers, and not sure what else. Mermaid markers are in the works. Okay. Yeah, I put my zigs in them. Yeah, because the 36 fit in there, but you have to flip them over, like top to, flip them like this to get them to lay flat in there. Lid. See, every other one, because the lids are bigger and they flare out like that with just the lids. And I did have one. Look, I skipped a space here, and on this one I skipped one space on each. But other than that, 36 fit in here with one space not filled on each one. And then the mermaid markers, they're in there tight, but I see how I left spaces. I left some spaces to get the mermaids to all fit in there. Have you tried the Dilution paint pens? No, I have not. I've not even held one. Not tried the Dilution paint pens. I probably not going to try. I'm not going to buy them. Yeah. I mean, what is better about them than, say, the Posca paint pens? And I'm not knocking them. Don't get me wrong. I don't know. That's why I'm asking. Are they any better than a Posca? Which I have my Orla Posca pins that I use. Yeah, I haven't tried the Timmy crayons either. But then, see, I don't know that I need something like that because I have my Neo colors for any kind of crayon type thing, and then I also have some of the gelatos, which I do not like at all. Do not like the gelatos. I mean, to me, the gelatos were not, although they have some cool colors, but back when I was using any of those type of things, I was using the Portfolio water-soluble oil pastels that you can get at Staples. Those things rock for some mixed media. The only problem that I found with those is you can't write over them. They're wax. You can't write over wax. Yeah, the mermaid markers, there's 12 of those. I think that's 12, and they all fit in there on the two sides. Could fix this. Let me sharpen this. I need to fix that a little better. You don't like your what? You don't like your mermaid? Oh, you don't like the paint pens? Yeah, I haven't tried them. But I just don't know that I personally don't see a use for them. I'm barely getting, I still need to use my magicals more. They're sitting right there waiting on me. As Terry Trouble says, pile of projects. And again, guys, you probably can't see that. Well, let me tilt it so you can see the shine. See? Silver. And then, so I think I'm going to do all the metal silver, and then do, like, there's a little bead right there. The little bead can be in color, like a red bead, or, well, whatever colors I decide. I don't know if I want to keep this like 3 to 5 colors, main colors, or if I just want to go crazy and do these things in all different colors. Oh, the portfolios. Yeah, I liked them back when that was all that there was for a while. And then gelatos came out after that. Or at least that's the sequence I remember us all buying stuff in. But I don't know that the paint pens, if they're much, why would I want those if I have the Posca paint pens? Neo 2s are the best. I know, I love my Neo 2s. Alright, so I'm just going to keep working on chain here and gabbing. So if you're watching this recording and you want to see some progress, you might want to fast forward. Or just sit and listen to us chat while you're working on something. I need to go get some more coffee though. And those are some little beads there in between. Colleen, was it you that got who was it that just tweeted out a picture of their new fidget? Was that you, Colleen? Somebody posted a picture of their new fidget. I thought it was you. Yeah, the paint pens by Dilutions, right. I don't know that I would want those because I don't know that they're any different or more improved than the Posca paint pens is what I'm saying. Yeah, if you have the Poscas, I mean, don't you really have everything? And I mean, I don't even have all the colors. There's a ton of colors. I was seeing who got the new fidget. I think it was Colleen. I was going to show you. Annie showed me a picture. She got Logan a new fidget. Hang on, let me see if I can find the picture. Colleen will appreciate this. If y'all know know Colleen, that's why I want to show her this. Oh, and I got to show y'all my pictures. That mom sent me. Okay, so I'm waiting for Colleen to answer. She's still here? To make another coffee should. Third. I don't know how much coffee you can handle, Abby girl. I don't ever tell anybody to drink as much coffee as me. Alright, I'm going to keep chaining here. No? Okay. Well, anyway, here's Logan's fidget, Colleen. It's in Annie's hand there, look. It's a Batman fidget. I've never seen one of these. I can't wait to see him use it. Oh, no, Pack or Die, she got him for her son. I'm going to put a little chain around these beads here, then color the beads in a color. Yeah, he got him a Batman fidget. I hope you're kidding, Barb. Oh my gosh. Those are disgusting. Let me show you what let me show Mom's picture. Mom messaged me her picture. She and her where's the picture? Is it? She might have put it to me and here, she put it to me and Denise. So Mom and her dog went to the beauty shop yesterday. There's Mom and her palm. There's Mom and her palm. I love that picture. Yeah. I don't know what store she got it. She got it in LA, so I don't know what store she went to. I could ask her if you wanted to know. Okay, so I'm just kind of finding the metal bits, like the chain, any little toppers here that would probably be metal. Kind of doing all the metal bits. Yeah, I know. Schools have to ban all the current toys. Whatever's the new fad, Jean, they have to ban it because everybody's brings them out and plays with them. But it's summer now. By the time school starts again, Jean, at least it's out for most, getting close to being out for everybody. By the time summer's over, they'll be on to something new. Yes, he does look like he's a teddy bear cut. Yeah. I don't know. Barb, for real. All right, so just doing the little caps here. I'm thinking these are just some kind of Christmas ornaments. That's what I'm rolling with, people. That's what we're rolling with. Okay, now, same thing for her jewelry here. Do I want to do silver? I guess I'm going to have to because I don't have gold. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do what is it that holds the jewel in? There's a name for that. Not cabochon. What's the thing that holds the jewel in? The setting, the setting thing. Maybe it's just a setting. I'm doing all that silver. So all the, and probably her stars need to be, I think they just need to stay white. because they'll get lost if I go silver on those, I think. Although these stars, I kind of want to do silver. No, I think I better keep those white as well. But that means I got to get my, because there's some orange on some of those stars. I need to just go over them again to get them white, because I've got paint, got pencil on them. You want a hug from Mom and a hug to you, Palm? Yeah. And I said, oh, Mom, you can't even see her ears. Now, you got to know their dog is spoiled, and they don't deny it. But anyway, I said, you can't see her ears. And Mom's answer, she doesn't like to be picked up. So she batted her ears back because she doesn't like to be picked up. Oh no, I'm talking about the spinners. I don't know, maybe are y'all talking about something else? I'm saying that they banned the spinners from school because the kids or put them away till playtime, or I guess it just depends on the school whether you can have them at the school or not. But anyway, I'm going to do silver. Do we ever say what they're called? A facet? No, a facet is the cut, right? I mean this. I don't mean this. I mean this. The holder of the jewel. I guess it's a setting. I know it's a setting, but silver paint on the stars. Well, I could just use a silver pen. And if I wanted it shiny, I actually could, you know what? I could put, well, I don't know that I want to put stickles in this book because I don't want it to get too bumpy. I mean, I could put silver paint or Wink Stella, but you got to be so careful with stickles in a book if you're not taking it out, because you got to keep it flat. You can't have lumpy, bumpy stuff, because here's the thing. When you go to color this page, if this is bumpy, this is going to be bumpy. All right, it's time for another question, I think. Time for another chat pack. Oops. All right. Okay, that's one we just answered. Put that back in the box. I think some of these we already did. No, I'm not going to ask more on vacations. We've done quite a few on vacations. Well, I'll ask this, but I'm going to ask it in a different way than they're asking it. What one modern convenience could you not live without? What modern convenience, let's just say since the advent of electricity, what is one modern convenience you could not live without? And let's don't say car, because car is just a given. You got to have a car. Or if you live in a city, you have to have some mode of transportation. So other than transportation, so don't say car or subway or anything like that. What one modern convenience could you not live without? Or would you prefer not to? I mean, we can all live without things, but what would you prefer not to live without? All right, I want to work on this earring here. Emerald says a washing machine. Indoor plumbing for DeMonte. Yeah, well, yeah, okay, let's say that's a given too. Let's not say indoor plumbing and cars. Because, yeah, that would be one right up on top of my list too, Vicky. Air conditioner. Kay Moore said her crock pot. Yeah, Jean, and the same thing, internet and your computer and air conditioning. I think if I had my air conditioning, my computer and internet or phone or, whatever device, any of them can be multitasked. So, I mean, you could do everything on your phone just about nowadays. It's a little harder to see, but, you can. All right, let's see. Got those little settings done. And I think I need to go run downstairs and get some coffee. I think I'm going to do the outside of these two edges, like cell phone. Yeah, phone. Air conditioner, yeah. Well, I guess it depends on where you live. If you live in the South, Texas, Louisiana, Georgia, Florida, you would just die. I don't know how people, in the South or any kind of tropical areas. I guess some places tropical have, nice breezes. Oh my gosh, when you got 100% humidity and no air conditioning, DeMonte, yeah, you got to have your kitchen appliances. But I don't know. I think I'd almost rather have my internet than a refrigerator. I don't know, because I don't cook and all that. So yeah, telephone, internet, computer. You could do, I guess if you had it on your phone, because if you had your internet and your phone, you have your computer. Technically, you can do everything on your phone. I know, we stayed outside all the time when we were kids too. We never came in the house. We had to play outside. So, but when you're an adult, how do you live in the heat without air conditioning? I don't know. Okay, I'm trying to decide now. Do I want the stars silver or do I want to leave them white? Because while they're white, I can still see a little bit of black outline on it, which kind of looks kind of cool. So I might just leave them white. Okay, and see, same for these stars. Oh, look at all these stars. If I left them all white, or should I do them silver? I'm almost thinking silver on these and just leave these white on her face. It's tricky business deciding. Bye, May. Bye, Terry. Anybody else leaving? And I missed a spot of orange right there, sienna, right in here. What do y'all think? White stars or silver stars? They could be white stars, and these could be jewels on the inside. And I'm almost thinking I want this lantern to be silver too. Because technically it'd probably be black, but I don't want it black because of the black background. Oh, I'm sorry, you're saying bye to somebody. We have 2 days away. Yeah, exactly. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do this silver. And then I got to go take a quick break, grab some coffee after I do this. Hubster called me too. I should call him back. So if you're watching on YouTube, this is a live show, 3-hour segments. So if I have to step away for a minute, don't email me. Just skip, fast forward. I do that when people heat gun or, run off for a few minutes. I just slide it over. Fast forward. White stars with jewels. Everybody's saying silver and one person said white stars. Alright, I guess I really probably should go with silver technically to look right, but not on her face. The face ones I think I'm going to leave white. But I think I'll do silver on the jewelry. Grunge rust. Yeah, if I was going to do the grungy rust look, I would have done that from the get-go, Eileen. But, you know, it would have been a total different color scheme and all that. Oh, my eyes itching. You can take a break and put in BB for a minute. Yeah, I put BB in here for a minute. BB and Bebe. All right. And this part would be silver here, because it would be the metal part, and then we'll do the jewels. See, I was thinking we'd get this done in 3 hours. That ain't happening, is it? We're already an hour and 15 minutes in. It does take a while, and that's, you know, another thing about watching a live, you know, show with not speeded up. You see how long things actually take, you know, which I like to know. And I don't mind watching some speeded up videos occasionally. I tend to lean toward not speeded up videos. But if one of my friends or something does one, I'll watch that. But I always want to know, how long did that take you? That's when Erin, I told her how I appreciated. She did a speeded up video of a color book page, and it was a very complicated, long page, and I thought to myself, gosh, I wonder how long it took her. And she said it took her a week. She, you know, edited it all together. Now, I wouldn't have guessed it took her a week, but I thought to myself, people just don't know how long things take. And but she and others put the time in their description box of how long it took. But it's like, if you didn't know, if you watched Erin color that complicated page speeded up in 20 minutes or whatever, you'd think, man, that must have taken all day. That's what I thought. It took a day. But she said it took her a week. And I know she wasn't sitting there working on it for a solid week, 40 hours a week, you know. But, you know, still, you know, it does take a long time to do details like this. Okay, I think this little bit under here needs to be the silver as well. Okay. And just so that you can see the shine, well, that's from the glow, but all that silver there. Now, I think there's some little holes right there in the metal of the lantern, and it needs to be blue. Where's my blue? Because if I don't find my blue, I'm going to be reaching for this one. I don't know where I put it. Because I just want to get inside these little, well, let's see, here it is. I want to get inside the little hole so it looks like the blue is showing through. Like that. Okay, I want to take a quick break. Bunny said her Harry Potter page took 10 plus hours. Oh, 10 hours in pastel pencils. I know, it does take a long time. All right, let me get BB and Bebe. If you see BB and Bebe, that means I'm on break. So, yeah. We'll have them just stand here for a minute. I don't know, I want to cut the tag off, but it's so kind of cute too. But I took the tag off of BB. I think I'll take the tag off Bebe. Because the tag's as big as him. Yeah, I gave my Harry Potter books, I think I had 2 of them. Bunny, I gave those to Cam, and he really loves them. I don't know that he'll color them all, but he likes the book because he likes Harry Potter. He's read them all twice at least. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. Yeah, BB and Bebe. Get the puppets, yeah. All right, guys, just give me a couple minutes. I might make some fresh coffee, and yeah, just give me a minute. Oh, and let me call Hubster too. So give me about 5 minutes, guys. Go take a break yourself. All right, let's see. I'll do this real quick. Laundry going. Tried to call Hubster back, but he's not answering. Bye, Sarah. Alrighty. So we're back. If you're watching the recording, I hope you just fast forwarded. Got a fresh hot cup of coffee. Okay. So here's what we're coloring if you're just joining us, or we're coloring in The Seasons, Hanna Karlzon's new book. And Tracy C got this for me in, I think she had to order it from Sweden, I think. So yeah, so now I have to decide. Oh yeah, we decided silver on these stars. So let's move this. Okay, let's do these silver stars. Not, you know, this is kind of taking a bit of time, not a whole lot of excitement on this one. Not like we're doing a face or something like we did on the other page. But all the little details take time too and have to be done. I have a feeling this one's going to have to be into a third part. Not today, but I mean, this will have to probably go into a third episode, unless I decide to finish it off camera. Sometimes, you know, I try to do as many as I can on stream, but there's only so many stream hours, guys. You know, it's kind of, there's only so many stream hours, and then, you know, so many color books and other projects. I had another request for another, you know, one of the abandoned places, either that or was it the other one, the one Eileen gave me, you know, the altered books. And again, you know, that's a whole show right there. I try to do what most people enjoy, and that seems to rotate back and forth between the altered books and the color books. Those seem to be like what everybody, you know, wants to see the most. And I don't care, you know, I like doing it all. And some days I feel like doing one more than the other, but, you know, it doesn't really matter. I can do either one. But I do try to rotate it around so that the people that like now we do the magazine journal, there's a whole bunch of people doing that. And, you know, like Mary and Sonia and Jerry, and there's a whole bunch, you know. I wish Kathy Kayberg would stream hers, but so many people are working on those, so I kind of like to do some of those too. We haven't done a book show in a while yet either. Like book, you know, going through some books, and I like to do that every now and then, because even though some of y'all that have been here forever have probably seen every book I own. Yeah, I try to do variety, exactly, Jean. But, you know, sometimes new people like to see books on different topics, whether it's mixed media or lettering or painting or watercoloring or whatever it is. You know, like to talk about books every now and then. Other than color books, of course. We're always talking about those. But again, I think color books are so valuable in the sense that you can learn so much depending on what technique you're using, what, you know, what kind of shading you're doing. You're learning colors, blending, you know, and depending on which medium you're using, you're learning watercolor, mixed media. You know, we've probably done everything on a color book except oil painting. Yeah, Vicky's doing I know we hashtag it MMICPP, and don't email me. We hashtag it that, but I'm just calling it the magazine playground for short. And Vicky S is loving hers. Thank you, Barb. And yeah, and the other thing too, guys, is just the camaraderie and chatting and hanging out, all that. That's what makes it fun for me, is the chatting and the talking and the, you know. Have you posted a picture of anything you've colored in Twilight Garden, Tar Heel? Are you on, I think aren't you on Twitter or Instagram? It's hard for me to remember who's on what if I don't talk to you every day. So sometimes I forget who's on what platform. I just wondered if you posted it. And also on Facebook, if there's tons of groups on Facebook, color book groups. Not only like Jen, Reading with Pugs, Jen, she has a whole group for like just color books in general coloring, where everybody shares whatever they're coloring on, or the color alongs or whatever. But the individual artists have, like Bennett Klein, he has his own Facebook group. Clutterbuster, Barb. Yeah, every now and then we do a clutterbuster. Yeah, we do. We get your humor, Jean. And we read your typos. There's just no replacement for friends that can read typos. Right? Friends that understand you even through your typos. Okay, so I did all the little stars. I'm thinking I might want the edge here. I think I'm going to do the edge of her crown. Metal will be silver. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep working on the silver, since that's where we're heading here. Of course, we can always add stickles at the end of it, but you don't, well, you could do stickles too. Winkastella or some kind of silver paint, because I have silver and gold acrylic paint too, and that gives it a shine. It's not quite as sparkly, but it's still shimmery, so if you can just use, like, here's my gold one I showed earlier. It's just the deco art. This one's splendid gold, dazzling metallic, and it comes in silver, I think 3 shades of gold, copper, ruby, red, it's kind of a darker copper, green, blue. There's all kinds of the metallics. Oh, okay, I understand, Tar Heel. Yeah, you got things to do. Then if all you have time for is petting your color books, then they're not going to run away from home. So I'm going to border this anyway. Go all the way around the edge. I don't know how much silver I'll put on the inside, but I do have to kind of turn it so I can get at it here. I'm just going to put a little border all the way around. It'll make the edge real crisp, and that silver right up against the black is going to look really nice. So, Jean, did you say you were streaming tonight? I know you usually stream on Thursdays. Yeah, Jean went, haha, so tour. T-U-R-E. Instead of true. Okay. What time is it? 2. Probably maybe about 30 minutes more, Jean. Stream at 30 minutes. Can you start setting up? stream in 30 minutes. Because I'm really not doing a whole lot. I mean, I hope that if you're watching this a recording, you know, it's just like coloring a lot of silver, but that's what's next. You know, I could not record that part and just skip over it, but then people go, well, why didn't you record the rest of that? Well, it's kind of just coloring silver bits, but, you know, so I guess that just some streams are for some people, and if you don't want to, you know, if you don't want to watch it, you don't have to, right? Okay. Yeah, I won't be here. Go ahead and do whatever, Jean, because I'm not gonna be more than 30 minutes. Because we're already at an hour and a half, so I figure 30 more minutes. At least that'll get me, you know, get us started into a little bit more of these details. And I do want to back out and show the other color book pages I'm working on. More like, you know, now. We're always working on mythmorphia, anamorphia, and imagimorphia at some time. We kind of rotate those out. And I do want the next Bennett Klein one I want to do the Hedgies and Holbees. I want to do the Hedgehog with the Holby pencils. That will be in the near future. Okay, I think these little bits need to be silver. See, a lot of this could be silver. I think I want these little circle things. Anything that looks like it could be jewelry or settings and not jewels. I want to kind of get silver in there. Okay, let's ask. Y'all awake enough to answer another question? Let's see. I think we already answered that one a while back. Well, this is kind of interesting. If you could have been born in another country or ethnicity, another ethnic group, if you could have been born in another country or ethnic group, what country would you like to have been born in? That's kind of interesting. See, I think I'd probably have to say Scotland, just because my sister's been researching our grandmother, and I think it's our great-great-grandmother came from Scotland. So, Irish, Scottish, one of those. Aaron said British. Barb said Australia. I think we already talked about, like, if you could move to another country, what country would you move to? We've talked about that. Vicky, France. Tammy, UK. Yeah, I understood what you meant, Tammy. Another Australia. See, I think we're kind of crossing over into what we'd really want to, where we'd like to visit. You know? Northern Europe, Sweden, England. Well, Eileen, see, again, all your relatives live in England. So it's kind of like you already are English. Oh my gosh. I guess, that the Scottish, Irish area. I don't know. I guess I've read a lot about it and the Celts and I don't know. Maybe it's just a fascination. You get something in your head when you read stuff and you think, oh, that'd be neat. But then if you actually really had to live it, it's like, oh, no, no, nah. Oh my gosh, Barb says Indonesia because they have the best color books. All right, let me get another stack of questions. All right, let's see. Christmas. I'm kind of off the holidays here for a bit. And I think we've asked what if you were going to write a book, what topic? Well, we'll ask it again. If you were going to write a book, what topic would you want to write about? I think we asked this before, but we'll ask it again. See, some of y'all just want to meet the people that live there. I mean, certain famous people and stuff. Oh my gosh, you girls. Okay, so there's that. Let me see if there's anything else silver I want, because actually any of this filigree could be silver. But I'm trying not to go all silver on it, And these, if they're glass balls, then they probably wouldn't have. Well, I guess I could do a little bit of, maybe some filigree work would be silver, although it probably technically would be gold, but we're going with silver. So what, if you're going to write a book, what topic would you write on? See, for me, it'd have to be something historic, I think. Something historic, archaeology type thing, because I love that stuff. I like reading about it. Kay Moore said parenting and toddlering. Corinne said unexplained mysteries. Yeah, I like those. Those fascinate me too, Corinne. Eileen, how to get the best art deals with little money. Lots of research to be done. Eileen, the enabler elf. Always the enabler elf. Oh my gosh, Eileen, you're so funny. About your husband, Barb, because of the way he is, old-fashionedness? Is that what it is? Old-fashionedness? Folklore in Asia as your muse. Yeah, I love folklore and myths of any kind. I don't care what country it is. I like all folklore, all myths from all countries. Tar Heel said a mystery detective story. Well, May, if that's a thing, you could probably do that now. Write a book about it, because you know it. Music. Jean said, Eileen, isn't that just a bit of a departure for you? Being the joker that Jean is. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of silver on here. I'm just going to put a little silver on each one. And we'll have to decide what colors. Do I want to go with full-on jewel tones on all these and have them all different, like all different colors? Or do I want each one, see, that's more my style, have each one be its own main color, like a blue one, a green one, red one, a yellow one. You know what I'm saying? Have one of each jewel tone in a color. I think that's probably would be dramatic. Shades of blue, shades of red, shades of green, something like that. Yet Japan has hundreds, Azure Muse says. Azure, are you in, I forget where you are. I forget what, are you in an Asian country? I don't remember. Welcome back, Bonnie, with your food. Fish and broccoli. That sounds good. I mean, that may not sound good to everybody. It sounds good to me. I love broccoli, Brussels sprouts. As long as a fish is fried or certain baked fish like salmon. I don't just care for any kind of fish, but I'm going to keep doing silver here while I'm reading chat. And then I might just do one jewel out of each one to remind me what colors I want to do. You know? Hey, Julie Topaz, welcome back. I need to set you as a mod for, like, in the list to permanent mod. I need to do that. I keep forgetting. So I just mod you when you come in. Oh, you live in Florida, you're just fascinated with all things Asian. Okay. You know, because some of the girls are in Malaysia, some are in, you know, we have people here from all over the world. We have a couple of new Norwegian girls. You're having spaghetti. I have no idea what we're eating tonight. I might have to get Hubster to stop and get us something. Yeah, and anything with myths, folklore, any of that. I love all that stuff. But I love research. Like I said, I could have been a librarian. I really could have. That's indigo. Got to make sure I get the black. Here we go. See, I didn't go for the nub. I got a full pencil here. I got to tighten up some of this chain again. I still see some places I missed. Okay, let's see, got some silver here, silver there. Let's do I'm doing the little loopy loops, like silver on the little loops here, kind of trying to keep it a little consistent. This one has the back behind the loops done, although I think this part on this needs to be silver too. This is part of the metal base. This cap part would be. The metal. Okay, back to this one. Time for another question. Let's see, I've got my little stack right here. Let's see. Oh, that's the one we just asked. Another vacation type thing. Let's see. What is the one event of the future that you would want to know the outcome of? Is there one future event that you'd want to know the outcome of? I would like the Lori podcast. Lore podcast. I never even heard of that. Lore podcast. Can you tell me that in Twitter later, Julie? Lore podcast. Oh, trust me, I find tons of stuff on YouTube. But it's always nice to know something like that. New. Bunny said the lotto ticket numbers. Like, no, right to the point there, Bunny. Right to the point. Yeah, Barb's still waiting on her grandbaby. No, that's Muse. Oh, but you have one coming up too, right, Barb? Your grandchildren's birth. Oh, some of y'all want getting to know about your grandchildren because you don't have any yet. Oh, Eileen goes, is there any people on Mars or other planets, Eileen? And she doesn't mean Jean's Mars. We say that some of the girls live on Mars that live out in the nowhere of Canada. And it's not nowhere really. It's just not nowhere to them. They live there. But I mean, it's like way, way out in the edges of Canada. So they say they live on Mars. So Eileen goes, are there any people on Mars? Not meaning Jean. Yeah, some of y'all have your future is like right, immediate things. And that's understandable. Okay, up on this one here, guys. Last one with the silver edges, anyway. Then I'll just decide, oh, I got a little bit of black right here. Then I'll just decide what colors the main color for each one will be. Then I'll go do some laundry and grab something to eat, or call Hubster again and see what we're going to have for dinner. I don't like to eat too much at like 3 o'clock if we're going to eat at 5:30, Aw, he will, Diamond. Aw. Yeah, a lot of y'all just have immediate things y'all are dealing with. Okay, let's see. Next question. You have a grand dog and she is sassy. What's the next great invention? Well, that's a good question. If you could invent anything that's not around now, what would you invent? I mean, like flying cars, or what would you invent? Or what could you imagine being, not necessarily you have to build it, but yeah, what invention would you like to see? Let's just put it that way. Not that you have to do it. Which one would you like to see? Like flying cars or what? But you have that, Bunny. You have your traveling watercolor book. Bank tube travel. You mean like how they have the tubes at the bank? And you get in one of those and shoot yourself across somewhere? I don't know. That might be a lot of G-force. I think if you're going to do that, Judy, you might as well just want to invent Beam Me Up Scotty, If you're going to go with that kind of travel, you might as well just go all the way and go, teleportation, yeah. Oh, Kmore said an artificial womb to grow premature babies in. And then somebody else said a healing, probably that would probably be it, like some kind of like fountain of youth or a medicine that would heal everything. Yeah, cure for cancer or diseases, yeah. That would, again, May, like she said something about emailing materials like books and food. That would have to, again, be like the transporters. Transporter machines. Because, I mean, if you could transport people, you could transport books. I mean, we're ahead of the thing here. Like interactive home computer in what way, Miss Q? Like how, what do you mean interactive? You wanted to vacuum tube to Oz, Judy? Judy. Okay, so I think I got probably almost all the silver. Maybe this little topper here. At least, you know, it's not like I can't go back and pick up any more. But I want to get like the major parts done. That way I can decide on other things. So, and I outlined her whole crown. Self-cleaning houses. Light them up. Oh my gosh, just, that heals everything. Yeah. What was the movie? I saw some movie where you just went into one of those machines, like an MRI machine, and you know, you were healed. If there were interactive TVs, you'd be fat from Edo Vision. Edo Vision, Azure. Oh, okay, so I want to wrap this up here. Oh, one that talks to you. Well, isn't that kind of like Siri, or what's that other one? What's that one now? Is it Amazon that has out that you can just talk to it and they'll order for you? And there's Miss Q, I'm sure there's something like that. That, you know, will read your mail for you. There's ones that control your heat and your lights and all that when you're gone. You can do that off your phone. So it's kind of like, I forgot what it's called. It's not interactive house. It's something, I forget what they call it. But where it's, you know, you could just get on your phone and, Siri, turn off the lights in the bedroom. Turn on the, you know, preheat the oven. You know, there's stuff like that already. I don't have it, but I know that there is such a thing. Echo is the Amazon thing, yeah. See, I don't know about that. I mean, I have a hard time with, you know, devices being around me sometimes. I think, you know, I don't know if I want to Echo in my house. Alexia, yeah. A smart house. Yeah, that's what they're called, Miss Q, smart house. Yeah, smart Alec houses. Okay, so let's pick colors real quick. Like I said, I want like a red one, a green one. I just want to put like maybe one jewel on each thing, just so I can remember. This one's sharper. This one's, I like this color better. Like a purple, a green, a red, and a blue. Let's just see. I probably won't want a yellow. Let's go with a green one, a red one, a purple one, and a yellow one, because we don't want blue, because we got the blue, so probably a yellow. Red, yellow, purple, and green. So yeah, we'll go with those colors. One jewel or one ornament with these colors. You bought your someone, don't want her here. You don't want Alexa at your house. Okay, so let's see. Let me sharpen this green. So we'll start with the green one up here. I just want to get, like, I'm not going to shade anything. I'm just going to kind of like color in the main jewel. We'll go back and shade and highlight and all that later. I just want to get the main color in. Like, there's the main jewels. And then get the main body of the ornament, that color. And then we'll do more later. Or I'll do more later. I don't know if I'll finish this on camera, guys. I mean, I thought I'd really be farther along than this in 3 hours. Well, going on 2 hours. But, I mean, we can save it for another show, but I don't know when we'll get back to it. That's the thing, you know? I don't know when we'll get back to it. So we'll see. If you want me to do some more of this one on camera, let me know in the comments. Or if it doesn't really matter and I can just, you know, it's up to, I don't mind. Either way, it's not like I'm going to run out of things to color. Okay, so that'll be the green, and I'm just going to do just that much, you know, just the base. My friend Siri is always stalking her and says random crap. Yeah. Well, mine, if I say it just right, if I say something like Shirley or, you know, something like Siri will sometimes come on. Siri will sometimes come on. Okay, so that'll be a green one. Then we'll go to the red one. So again, let's see what I want red, the background. Got to sharpen. Good conversation with Siri. I have Siri, my Siri's the English butler voice. I just like the sound of the accent. So again, this is just the base color. I'll go in here with a darker red and probably some highlights or something, you know, like some glass glitter, you know, to make it shiny or something. But I got to get the base done first. So I just don't want to forget that I want to do each one its own color. So that's why I'm just kind of doing this now, this part. And I could have done this with my markers, my Crayola Super Tip markers, because Crayola Super Tip markers I love for getting in little areas. They're just good for like basing like this. And I'll sometimes use one and the other. I don't mind mixing it up. Thanks everybody for hanging out today. Our hump day. Mike. I don't know if I'm going to stream Friday because I never know on Friday till Friday morning. I do have new color books coming in tomorrow. I already told y'all the names of them, but I can tweet a picture of them tomorrow when the mail comes in. And I'll show them the next time I stream, whether that's Friday or Monday. So, all right, so this one I want yellow. No, yeah, yellow and then purple. So let's just go ahead and so you have any questions or anything before we head out? Jean's going to stream here in a minute after me. Musical Scrap Jean. She's working. I don't know if she's going to work on her watercolor again today. Jean, did she say? Thanks, Eileen. Did she say which she's going to do? Or I missed it, she said. I think I'm going to want this to be yellow in there too. Make sure you stay dry, Eileen. Don't get washed away in that rain down there in Florida. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Corinne. Thanks. Flint Rock Rebecca and everybody. No, I don't. You can, Cheshire, you can download an app to, or Jean could probably tell you. Jean, could you tell Cheshire Cat what to do to get rid of ads? I don't get rid of ads, and that's because now that I'm on YouTube and I want people to watch my ads, not my ads, but the ads that they supply. So I don't block any ads myself, but you can get an ad blocker so that you don't get ads. I don't think I've seen that one, Barb. Okay, now let's do this purple one. And then I think that's all we're going to do today, guys. Let me sharpen. I'll back out so you can see the full piece, by the way, because it is a little, and oh, and I wanted to quickly show you the other pages we're working on. So, do that real quick. Then I'll go eat, start some laundry, get something. I don't know, I got to call Hupster and see what he wants for dinner, because that'll depend on if I eat a snack or eat. I don't know if he had a big lunch. Sometimes he has big lunches. It's an add-on extension called ADB Lock Pro. I don't think I know. Oh, you're talking to Cheshire. I don't think I've ever heard of that one. What's the one you used to just tell us all the time, Jean? Is there new ones out now? Because I don't know. But you can block ads. I just don't. Now, I could have no ads on my show if I paid a lot of money. There's Hubster. Let me tell him I'm going to call him right back. Hey, can I call you right back? I'm just wrapping up. All right. Alrighty. How's that? I think we're good. Maybe the back of this right here, purple. And I don't know what I'll do. Maybe I'll just do a little bit of orange and blue. I don't know. Because there's already so much orange and blue in the whole thing. But I think by doing these ornaments, the other colors that we haven't used, because we use so much blue and orange, that these are going to look good, kind of monochromatic. I mean, there'll be shades and there'll be more, you know, other little touches of color. But to have them all basically a main color. All right, let's back out. Where's my mouse? Here. Let me get to my settings. There we go. Okay. I'll pop out chat back out. So, yeah. So there we go. I think that's going to look good. Once we, let me put these back in the pack here. Once we finish that. So there's this one I want to finish. So you can see all the silver, shiny silver. And then the other one I am working on in here, I'm not recording this, this is just what I'm doing on my own, is her. So working on that one. And this is in Seasons. This is the new Hanna Karlzon, which I don't think's in the States yet. Tracy got this from Sweden for me. And then just like we got Serene from Indonesia. I think it's either Sa Renee or Serene. And this is the other one we need to finish. We got to finish this one. And I already finished this one. And this one's posted, and you can see all the gold paint on that one. On the gold bits. So she's been posted. Then we're working on, we finished this today out of Linda Ravenscroft. Kenny sent me this one, and we did this today, and I still got a little bit of background work to do. But other than that, you know, maybe a little bit more on her wrap here. But so you can see we did Wink Stella on her hair and her wings to make them shimmer. But then we got her done today. Pretty much done. Got a little tweaking to do, and I'll post this when I finish tweaking her, maybe, you know, tonight. And then in Moon Blossoms, this one's done. These are all the most recent things. Finished her, and she's posted. And again, if you go on my Facebook and go to my albums, I forget how you go, pictures and then albums, or albums and then pictures. Anyway, I have an album. It's public, so you can go, anybody can go look at it, as is all my artwork albums. I have one for portraits, I have one for color books, one for desks, pictures on my desk, messy desk. I got one for fan art, I got one for Gold Rush, and they're all public, so you can go see all my my art over there. So anyway, she's in there. And then I got two more I'm working on. This one I'm still working on, and I'm doing her in fluorescence. So that's just base coated. And then the other one is this one that we finished last week. And she's got stickles all around her and on her jewels there. You can see. So yeah, so that's what we've been working on the last couple weeks. And hope y'all have been enjoying it. And that doesn't include our mixed media, our magazine journal, our any of that. So we got lots of that going on too. So yeah, so I hope y'all enjoy. Thanks guys for being here. You're welcome, Colleen. Thanks for hanging out. Hope y'all enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll see y'all over at Jean's in a little bit. Okay, thanks guys. Bye.